Hello and welcome everyone to another 3D Buzz tutorial series, this time on using Unity and a whole bunch of AWS technologies so that you can create your own analytics systems for video games. Joining me in this series is Mr. Nick Carton.
Hello.
How you doing, Nick?
Good. How are you, Richard?
I am doing very well, very well. Thank you so much for coming and joining in this tutorial series.
I'm more than happy to join in, and looks like a really fun project.
It is a super fun project. I promise you that.
All right.
So what we figured we would do is give a quick video overview of what this actually is. So we'll show the project, the final result that we've created by the end of all this one here. We have a very simple game where there is an enemy, and the idea is we are the blue player over here. The idea is to not get spotted by the red dude. So we'll run up to the end and, oh, sneaky, we beat the game.
Got it.
And then there's a bunch of other levels, and so we can beat this one. The lighting didn't rebuild. That's a bit of an interesting thing.
Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah. It does look a bit like that, doesn't it? All right, cool. So there's the simple game. But what the project is to do about this one is to see into an analytics mode, how are people playing our game? So we can look at, we record how people are interacting with the game in different ways. We've got player path by click, so we can see where people are clicking lots. Then we've also got, we think if someone may have clicked over here into the leftish area and then all of a sudden over to the right, the player's avatar would actually maybe gone up a little bit and then run straight over.
Okay. So
we decided to look at it from the distance perspective of how far the player has actually moved, and we can see the different story that's happening here. There's a lot of movement of around to the right than there is to the left. And then finally we look at it from the by time perspective and see where is the player at certain points in time. Now the other thing we can do is look at it from a version perspective. So if you've made a level and then you go, you know what, I want to look at it from the overall metrics or from the how each version of the game goes. So you release a game and then everyone's getting stuck on level 4. Okay. You go, bugger, let's analyze what the problem is, and we'll make a change and we'll redeploy the game and everyone can play again. Now we can switch over and look at all the versions that have been available to this game and go, hey, it's version 2.
Yep.
Then that is, we can look at the analytics from just the version 2 perspective.
Oh, cool.
And then we can say, awesome, if there was an issue on level 1 that everyone was getting spotted by an enemy in one particular spot, red being the enemy, green being the okay, we can switch over to level version 2 and see, did that fix the issue? Well, no, in this case, it made it worse.
But maybe it was too easy.
Maybe it was too easy. We had to make it a bit harder.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So quick run through of the technologies that we'll be covering in this series. We have got Unity, where we're going to make everything from scratch in this. We make a game, a very simple game from scratch, show you how you can do some capturing. Can that thing go away, please? And that thing go away. There we go. We have capturing our data using AWS Mobile Analytics, which saves everything over to JSON.
Cool.
And saves it on S3. From I have clicked somewhere and didn't mean to click this, and now I will unclick something. So now we can go, hey, on to the next slide. Cool. Our data gets saved. My baby girl, analytics. All of the data gets saved on S3 in JSON. Then we get to talk about how we're going to use Spark and DataBricks and how we can process and read that JSON. Then we save it into an RDS service, which is a database on Amazon, AWS. In this case, we're going to be using MySQL, but you could use any type. Then we make a .NET MVC website to be our simple API.
Yep.
And we set that up onto an EC2 server.
Cool.
Now, that was what the project was supposed to be, and it was supposed to finish there.
Oh.
And then we decided at the end of it, well, hey, we could extend this to be even better. Yep. So Amazon released some new bits and pieces as we were creating this. They released .NET Lambdas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was like, they didn't release .NET.
AWS made Lambdas available for .NET users, which is very exciting if you're a .NET coder like myself and Nick.
Yep.
Then they came up with another technology called Athena, and then later in the year released Athena .NET Core library. So we were able to create Lambdas, which are serverless, talking to a serverless database, which reads data directly from S3, getting our costs right down to very, very tiny amounts.
That's very cool.
Which is super wonderful. So with that, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the series. If you have any questions along the way, you can get in touch with me, richardmord@gmail.com, or on the 3D Buzz forums. I am known as Jaxi. Feel free to send a PM with questions as you're going. I hope you enjoyed this series as much as Nick and I have had fun creating it.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, everyone, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Yep. See you later. Have a good one.